What is good, you beautiful, beautiful people? It's a beautiful day here in Rio de Janeiro. Hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And yeah, nonetheless of what it looks like outside, let's get straight into one of the main fundamentals of staying grounded. That's knowing everything is always okay. Very simple, so simple it might be hard to understand. How I like to think of it, no matter how anything feels, that's all it ever does. Feel. Feelings. Scared, happy, sad, confused. In between all of them, those are just feelings. It's very important for us to know our feelings are signals and not reality. That doesn't mean they aren't real. They are to move us, to tell us things, to get us going, not for us to sit in. It's very important that you understand that. It's very important you learn to validate what you feel, but not hold on to it. It will trap you. It will hold you back. It will hinder you. It will put you in the space that you're scared of the most. Being stagnant, staying the same, not growing. The easiest way to not grow is to sit in what you feel. To let yesterday's worries, yesterday's thoughts repeat themselves today and tomorrow. And not even realizing that today and tomorrow don't exist when you can't let yesterday go. It sucks sometimes. It sucks. Sometimes it's amazing. It's beautiful. And what those two things have in common is that they just are for the moment. And then you realize how often things are beautiful and are ugly completely depends on you. How long you allow them to be. Because this is your world after all. Not the one we all share, but the one you live in. The one you can't escape. It is very important that you make that space comfortable for you to live in 24/7 before you can manage to stay grounded out here. It's very important that you wake up and put your foot towards what you want, truly, not what your feelings tell you. Because you and your feelings are not the same. They pass through you as a effect of whatever you're putting yourself through, the kind of spaces you're putting yourself in, situations you're putting yourself in. There are times when we can feel inadequate, worthless, like we're on top of the world, and those feelings follow behind actions, achievements or failures, procrastination or accomplishment. And that alone should let you know how much control you have over what you feel and what is your reality. All of the cliche sayings, life is what you make it, the more you know, the less you know, things become cliche for a reason, because that's how true they are. Cliche doesn't mean corny. It just kind of means common. Those things become common because no matter how specific our feelings can get, our minds can get, no matter how unique you are as an individual, there is one thing we all share in common, being a human being. And so we need to allow ourselves to be that without adding anything on top of what already is not an easy process. Life. It's not easy. It'll never be easy. And that's why it's beautiful. When you're down, sad, feel like things are over, no matter what the situation is, give yourself some time to feel what you're feeling. And really ask yourself, aside from the ball in my chest, the tightness in my chest, what is wrong? Do you still have food to eat? Is there still people outside around you in your community for you to build with? Do you still have your legs? Is the air still clean enough to breathe? Nothing is wrong. When your heart is broken, when your mind is scrambled, your feet are still on the ground. Nothing has changed or gotten worse except your perspective. Maybe now you have some obstacles to overcome that you didn't expect to be there. Maybe a turn of events have completely changed what you had in mind for the next month, the next year, the next decade. All perspective. All perspective on how long you think you'll take to bounce back. The quickest way to get anything done is to not time yourself. The quickest way to let anything go is to let it happen. Let it. I think sometimes we can be so stuck on the fact that it hurt that we don't allow ourselves to properly process. Understanding feelings. I'm no scientist, but I can explain what it is for me, and maybe some of the other humans can relate. When things hurt deeply, And instead of just going through the pain and the process of releasing that, you are stuck on, can't believe this happened to me. Stuck on holding it in, staying strong. You can't skip the steps, buddy. You can't. Who are you? Humble yourself. No one's watching. And even if they are, they can't see inside of you. The toughest thing you can do is accept the moment for what it is. To feel only what you need to feel and not pile unnecessary stress on yourself as if you can beat around the bush of humanity. And just like every other muscle in your body, your mind builds when you exercise it. When you continue to think this way, when you stop resisting to what life hands you, you are ready for everything. The challenges get a bit easier. Pain gets easier to deal with because there's only one step, and that's to let it pass through. When you stop fighting, you will never win a fight against life because there is no battle. You are punching the air when you hold back tears. You are punching the air when you pretend not to care. You are killing yourself when you sit in the feelings that don't even want to stay. Everything has a limit, and that includes your emotions. No matter how much you like something, no matter how much you love basketball, you only have but so much energy to run up and down that court. And if you were to just let the emotions pass through you the way they need to, you would be surprised on how short that pain lives, on how short that grief is. And you'd be surprised how much clarity is on the other end of that. Nothing is to hurt you. Nobody hates you. Life isn't after you. And no matter what you might think, no matter how good of a look you think you have into someone else's life, always remember, it's just as hard for all of us. I have no stick to measure how much pain everyone feels. And quite frankly, I don't need that, because the fact of the matter is, we all hurt. And someone else's pain doesn't lessen what you feel. Please be a human being. It's the toughest thing you could do. It is the formula to being that guy, that person. You attract everything when you just are. And it's not always good. Whether it be death, job loss, health issues, you're okay. And it's never over till it's over. It's never over till it's over. Push through. Please. There are times in my life that I know will come. Days my heart will break. I'm ready for them. I'm as ready as I can be. When I say I'm ready, I just mean I'm ready to go through it and surrender. I'm ready to meet myself on the other side of that dark tunnel. I'm not saying I never feel like it's the end. I used to. But my mind has strengthened itself to know that even when it does feel like the end, I know it never is. I recognize my feelings and emotions as a human being, but it can never override the logic of what is. Outside of the emotion, things only hurt because they do. It all connects back to the fact that the only reason we feel is because we can. Please remember that. Remember the strength of your mind allows you to feel all. That you are so strong. You have so much strength. You weaken yourself at times. Allow things to pass through so you can do the most focusing on the beauty around you. Excuse the background noise. You know, life doesn't stop for anyone. Not even you guys. So, peace, love, unity, deuces.